Welcome to Enchanted Magic. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dawn.
And we're going to do a little Disney podcast today, talk about things coming this month and next month to Disney World, some of our stories, and just chat with y'all for a little while. So hang out with us. This thing's coming out on a Monday morning, so if you're headed to work, have a good week, and then listen to us chat about Disney World and chime in the comments and all that good stuff. So here we go. Here's some major things coming to Disney in June that I was just looking at. And the number one on the list is the Geo 82 opening, which is, there's a bar coming into the back of Spaceship Earth, basically. And it's going to be like an adults-only situation. I'm sure it'll be semi-busy this summer, but I think after the first little rush dies down, it'll be a neat place to visit. So,
what is that in there?
It opens on June 4th. It's called Geo 82, and it's an adults-only lounge. If I was guessing, they're going to serve like
cocktails,
futuristic cocktails and drinks and that sort of thing. So it'll be adults only. I'll be curious to see what it looks like. And I noticed last time, where they were kind of building it and all that. So that'll be neat. It's basically coming out of the back of Spaceship Earth, where when you actually ride Spaceship Earth, and when you get off your car, you're there. At the Project of Tomorrow is kind of like above that, basically, is what it looked like to me. This one is not one I'm thrilled about talking about. Muppet Vision and Pizza Rizzo's closing, and we are not going to make it back there before it closes. On June 7th is the last day. So this is sort of not a weird story, but we had never been in Muppet Vision until maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Not that we were really avoiding it. We just never paid it much attention. And we had never been to Pizza Rizzo until a couple trips ago. And I really liked Pizza Rizzo. And the theming of it I thought was great. We sat upstairs at the little wedding reception hall. They got a dance floor. I thought I got like a chef salad and a piece of pizza, and I thought the food was fine. I mean, it wasn't like
amazing,
it wasn't
but
like
wasn't
Le Cellier, but it was good. Joanna liked it, and Dawn liked it, and everything.
She could dance around.
Yeah. So I hate that is closing. They are going to retheme Rock and Roller Coaster to the Muppets, but I don't know when they're going to announce a date for that. I think they know they're closing too much stuff at once, basically. I feel like a whole lot of stuff's been closed. You got, across Disney World, Astro Orbiter, Big Thunder Mountain, Test Track, which hopefully is going to reopen. They've been testing it a lot.
Testing it, yeah.
Hollywood Studios is fixing to lose all the Muppet stuff. And I think once it's reopened, it'll be good. Poor Animal Kingdom is struggling, in my opinion. I mean, they closed down basically all of Dino Land, and they already needed more stuff, and now they close more of it. So I don't know what the answer is to that, except for just hurry up and get stuff reopened. And they still got to tear down the Boneyard, retheme Dinosaur, all that stuff. So I just need them to get with it. And they still hadn't announced when Tom Sawyer Island and the Riverboat and all that's closing. I really thought by now we would have heard that.
Me too.
I don't know. I mean,
I really hope they would just keep
I'm not attached really to Tom Sawyer Island, but I'm attached to just having a nice looking river over there.
Yeah.
I do believe it cools down the park a little bit. It gives you more of that nature feel and not just concrete. And if you look at the maps, there's plenty of room. I don't know why they couldn't either incorporate it. I mean, either retheme Tom Sawyer Island or just keep it and build stuff beside it and behind it. But, I mean, I know they have their reasoning, and I know Tom Sawyer Island definitely needs some updates and, all that sort of thing. But
But, I mean, they could even retheme that to something more modern.
They could.
But, I don't know.
I was watching Josh last night, and he was talking about retheming it to Peter Pan
and the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
oh, that would be cool.
I think that was one of the best ideas I've heard. But it sounds like, I mean, there's permits already been pulled, and all this water paperwork been done where they're going to drain it. So I guess it'll go forward at whatever point. But I hate that they're going. If it was me, and I got something in my gizzard. Hang on. If it was me, and they have a lot more of the statistics than I do, of course, but I feel like they're closing a lot of stuff in the busiest parts of the year.
Like for the summertime?
Because it's looking like in the fall into Christmas when it is really busy, is when they might be closing all that stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. And when Rock and Roller Coaster goes down, which obviously it's going to go down before any of the Doors roller coaster or any of that's ready, so that's going to give you even less to do at Hollywood Studios. But
At least they are putting the new villain show and
it opens,
and the Little Mermaid.
It'll be open when we go back in a few weeks, so we'll definitely video that. From what I could tell, it looked like from the little sneak peeks they've done, the Little Mermaid show had a lot of animatronic puppet stuff going on.
I saw that too.
And then the villain show did have, it had a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see, is maybe the Little Mermaid more of a, not that many people involved show, and then the other one's got a lot.
True. I saw the new sign that they were going to put up for it.
I seen where Jodie Benson was there for the cast. I guess they've been practicing. She went and met with them and all that, so it was cool. I do think the Muppets, in my head, as fast as Disney should be able to do something. I mean, they're keeping the same roller coaster.
The same track, everything.
They refurbished the track, a year ago or whatever.
So, yeah.
Made it a little smoother, supposedly. So, if they use that scene where Aerosmith is in the recording studio and just flip it to a Muppet scene, and then there's some stuff I feel like could almost stay the same.
Because it was just like road signs and stuff, right? Yeah.
On the ride. I mean, it's themed to some of their songs, but there would, in my head, that thing could close for 2 months and they could change it quick. I mean, it looks like from the artwork, they're just going to rewrap the cars to a Muppet theme. So I hope it's quick. And I kind of wish, in a way, they would just knock it out this summer and get it ready for the fall.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're waiting on, other than they just know a lot of stuff's closing quickly.
True. That is true. Oh, the
VIP pass holder days have begun. I can't wait to check this out because this will be the first year we've had our passes, and in Morocco. They've got a special lounge with some snacks and water, and sometimes they have characters in there to take pictures with and all that. And I think all the time they have the genie lamp to take pictures with, which is probably the same one they had in Communicore the other month.
Oh yeah.
But you get a little pin that says annual pass holder. Also, I got to look into it. During the summer, there's some 40% off dining discounts, so we may try to eat at some fancy places.
That would be neat.
We've never been to Hollywood and Vine. We've never been to Tusker House. We've never been to Tiffin's. There's a bunch.
Yeah,
I want to try for lunch. This place gets a lot of bad reviews, and it gets enough bad reviews that I kind of believe them. But the Coral Reef Restaurant, which is at the Seas with Nemo, I wouldn't mind doing a lunch there. I don't think I'd want to waste a dinner because it's got some pretty bad
reviews.
A lot. And it's not just some people are nah, y'all are crazy. It's everybody's. It's just a basic place, you know what I mean? But you can see the aquarium and all from in there.
Maybe the lunch.
Let's see. Flower and Garden will have its last day on June 2nd. I thought it lasted.
I thought it lasted till.
Food and Wine, which will run from August 28th through November 2nd. So I guess there will be a break.
Huh.
I thought it lasted longer, though. Let's see here. I'm just looking through the news here to talk about stuff happening. But our next trip will be the middle of June. I think I'm going to break down and stay one night at Magic Kingdom until the main street is empty. And what I've been told is about 2 hours after the park closes, because the stores stay open an hour after the park closes, and then they really start trying to get people out. They funnel them basically to Main Street, and then I've been told that basically a line of cast members will walk down Main Street, and push everybody out. And at that point, there's very few people anyway, because we're talking about 1 o'clock in the morning. But if you tell them, hey, I'm wanting to get a couple pictures, they'll let you on the other side of their line, but only one step. You got to keep up with them, but you can get some pictures of an empty Main Street. So that's my plan, and I'm gonna try to plan it. And either the next morning we won't be getting up early, or the next morning Dawn can go do something, and me and Joanna will sleep in, or something to that effect. But because I know, if I don't get back till
it's gonna be late,
2 a.m. or whatever it is, I don't want to wake up at 6:30.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I don't know it's going to be hot, so I'm going to try to plan most of our trip of go early, middle of the day, go to the hotel and chill out or do something else, and then go back late because
It's gonna be a hot one.
The custodial cast members have went from their white costumes to sort of a aqua and mint looking colored costumes. So that's interesting. Let's see. A lot of the Disneyland 70th stuff started yesterday.
I want one of those keys.
That they do look neat. I seen where Tim Tracker showed if you couldn't get to all the stations,
There's
there's a little hole,
pin.
and
Yeah,
set
I saw that.
And it gives you your pin or whatever.
One of the guys that I watched, he went through and did it. He said it literally took him about 8 hours to get through the whole thing. Of course, he stopped and does other things, but
I believe it.
Because there was 8?
I can't remember now.
8 or
but
9.
It was a good many.
It was a lot. But you get a pin at the end. One of the...
Let's see. Epic Universe should be opening in a week, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I know that doesn't have anything to do with Disney, but...
I think I seen yesterday.
Oh, yep, May 22nd.
Yesterday they tried to do the Harry Potter stuff with that. What's it called? The Ministry of Magic without a virtual queue, and the line backed up a little over 5 hours. So they're testing stuff still, and it was down last week for them to do something. I don't know what they did. So I
hope they've got these rides better off than they do the ones that.
Well, I'm going to stick to I'd love to go, don't get me wrong, even if we just walked around, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I was reading a minute ago, they're talking about when will they sell annual passes to include Epic, and I think the consensus will be end of the year or early next year.
And I can wait. I don't want to be.
Well, and I don't want to go and spend a decent amount of money and know that we're going to have to wait 3, 4, 5 hours and not see everything, or stuff's going to be down. Because so far, I don't know that there's been many of the preview days where like everything's running.
That's how it is still at.
Yeah. So.
Universal and Islands of Adventures.
We'll see. Hopefully early next year, I'm hoping to get us the Universal passes. Good. Oh yeah.
The churros. That's at Disneyland.
I seen something about it in a video the other day.
We're going to go to Disneyland one of these trips.
We may try to do it next year. I know a good bit about Disneyland from watching videos and stuff, but I think we would probably do like a 5-day thing. It's like a 4-hour flight, 4.5 hours out of Atlanta. I think I would fly into John Wayne instead of LAX because they say it's a lot easier and closer. And then basically we could stay in a Disney hotel, but they only got the couple Disney hotels and they're super expensive. So there's a whole road of hotels that are you still get early entry and everything. And I think the Night's Inn or the Night something is what Chris Provost really recommends. So I think we might stay there. And then maybe do I don't know if we'd do 4 or 5 park days, but because I know their downtown Disney's a little different, but it'd be neat to do like 2 park days, have a break, and maybe go explore a little bit, and then have 2 park days or something. But
that would be neat.
I definitely want to do it, and I know their weather's not quite as humid and stuff, but find out what the best time of the year would be. But I would definitely like to be able to ride like most of the stuff.
Oh yeah.
On that one trip, just because it might turn into like a once a year thing or something.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be able to do that like we do Disney World.
Stitch,
the movie
should be coming out. Is it next week? Release date May 23rd.
Yep, so next week.
So we'll have to scope that out. That's what, Friday?
I wonder if Joanna would like to see that.
Probably. And I seen a reel.
There's all kind of cute.
I think they've sent little Stitches in popcorn buckets to random movie theaters, and the little fella.
Does he jump out?
Yeah.
I saw that. And there's also one that scans their tickets.
Okay. How do I get out of this?
Skip it, yeah.
He pops up and popcorn goes everywhere. Oh.
And then they have one that's like the ticket stand that will like scan their tickets and it talks to them. It's really cute.
That'd be neat. But I know it's really getting hot at Disney World. We're going to try to plan it smart for this next trip. Our next couple trips are going to be hot, hot, hot. And we're definitely looking like we're going to try to go to the opening night of Not So Scary Party August the 15th, I think
yep.
it is, and basically live stream the whole thing and video, so that I can put videos together, informative. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna try to make it where we can live stream and like cut back and forth at some parts of it. Like if I got on like in Frontierland and got the parade, and then cut to Dawn on Main Street, and then it should be about to her at that point. That'd be neat. And then if we wanted to, we could run all the way to the back gate and get it coming out. But there's 3 new treats. There's the Spook Trail thing they're putting up. We can meet Mickey and Minnie. We can meet Jack and Sally, and Jack's got a new face basically for this one. It looks more realistic. So all of that stuff is going to be fun. Let me click on this.
And I don't know if it will be. I think probably I don't know if it's the first one or whichever one we go to, but I want to be more focused on doing things rather than like riding rides or getting candy. And
I don't know that we'll ride many rides that on that opening night. And then I'm thinking Dawn's mama is coming with us for that one. That let her and Joanna come that evening when it cools down, because it's going to be roasting.
And Joanna does not do heat very well.
Once it basically gets almost dark, let her come, and then we'll do like the candy, some character stuff, see the fireworks, see the parades, all that stuff. And then if she gets tired, they can go back to the hotel, because we'll be there back right at Halloween without, and not, I'm sure we'll be videoing, but not just for the sole purpose of videoing. So that'll be good. I guess it is over June 2nd, the Flower and Garden Festival. I, for some reason, swore it was like late June or something.
I did too.
I guess not.
I didn't know there was going to be that long of a period before they have another. Because what's next? The food and
wine, yeah.
Yeah, food and wine.
August. And then it bumps right up to the holidays in November.
To the Christmas stuff.
My favorite, now that we've seen all the festivals, is the Festival of the Arts. And it's it's only a month and a half long or whatever it is. But I liked all the colorful stuff, and they got the vendors selling the stuff. Some of the food they just try to make it fancy, and I think that's my favorite. And it's a good time of the year. It's not too hot yet. Now, don't get me wrong. I did like right after we went, they had just started Flower and Garden, I think 2 trips ago. It was neat still. When it was new.
I really like the food and wine. But I think that's just because we've been to that one more often, and that stuff was good.
I'm really waiting to hear an announcement at some point that they're going to redo the Figment ride.
Oh, yeah.
Because last week it was from the statistics I read this morning, it was the number 1 ride that was down the most last week. They've also been testing like all the cars on test track.
I saw that on the video, constantly.
One after another. So that tells me
that it's going to be opening soon, hopefully.
I think what they'll do is very soon, like within the next couple weeks, let the cast members start riding it. And then I think they'll let maybe a couple days of pass holders ride it, like a pass holder preview, and make sure everything's good. And then I think they'll open it up. And I think that opening date will be, I think they'll surprise everybody, and it'll be I think there was talk of it being August. I think it'll be sometime in July.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, just because the ride vehicles are going don't mean like the inside's done. But I mean, it's been down for over a year now, so I would think they've had plenty of time. I mean, they're keeping the same track, they're keeping the same ride vehicle, they're just redoing the theming. So, I would like to think within 2 months that thing's back open, and I think once it reopens, maybe they'll look into the Figment ride. And I think their smartest play would be to redo that ride, reintroduce Dreamfinder, because all the OG people remember Dreamfinder.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Figment, and even if nobody's ever been there and don't know anything about it, it wouldn't hurt, but they need to keep it fun. They need to keep it upbeat, because the second version of it was weird. I've looked at videos of it, and everybody was like, what in the world is this? And so that would be, and I feel like when they redid it this third time was like when what was the Flubber movie? Was it just called Flubber?
Flubber, yeah.
All that was new, because they got some of that in the walking through and all that. So I think it needs to be rethemed to like a funny Figment. There's been talk from Bob Iger about like a Figment miniseries cartoon thing maybe coming out.
That would be cool.
If all that happened at the same time, it would be a good timeline, I feel like.
They're doing the Goofy thing at the Epcot, the Communicore. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're redoing Communicore.
Now, I think, right? They closed it.
So originally, a couple of years ago, they had it blocked off because they were rebuilding Communicore or whatever. When they first reopened it, it was basically just like a place to go sit. It just had tables in it, and it was like, oh, this is going to suck. Well, then, like at Christmas time, and I think it was Flower and Garden, it was nice.
Yeah.
And then, like, it wasn't bad when they had the movie props and stuff in there, but it wasn't like, wow, you know what I mean?
True.
Like, so I'm hoping they're bringing Goofy in.
He's going to do like a dance party.
Yes, I'm hoping it's back. And that was their intention, was to make it just a space to change around, but there's a lot of those at Epcot. But I just hope that's a prime real estate. They need to have it like really nice.
Hopefully this Goofy thing will be interesting and fun.
So. But I mean, in that area, they got the Coco dance party thing? No.
That was the Maribel. Yeah, the Maribel.
And I mean, that's fun and neat. They had those girls in the cages last time doing the circus type stuff. Cool. So they got the JAMMitors and they had the butterfly tent and all that, sort of what I'm in the middle.
Like the little core part.
So hopefully, they keep it.
And I don't think they're going to change that stage thing. I think it's going to stay with Encanto for a while. That'll be fun. I like that little show.
I feel like Figment needs an update. Spaceship Earth needs some love. If I don't know what kind of love. I mean, I don't know that they need to like gut it and redo the whole thing, but maybe update some animatronics. Update like the woolly mammoth scene when you go in. Sometimes it's really dark. Definitely update like where it takes your picture, because 75% of the time either you don't have a head or it's like a little blurb of an eye or something. And then the ride vehicles.
The track needs a little work.
I don't know how long it's been since I've rode it and it didn't break down. True. And most of the time, multiple times. You know what I mean? And then when you come out at the Project of Tomorrow or whatever, all that feels very
dated.
Late or early 90s, late 80s ish. It needs some work, but at the same time, I mean, you got to update stuff at some time. True. It just sucks that'll have to be down for a while if they ever do it, because that's like a big theme, theme of the park. But it'll be worth it in the end. I always hope some stuff. I don't want them to change it too much. You know what I mean? Like, I'd hate for them to come in and say we're going to gut Spaceship Earth and it's going to be a completely different something, on the same ride track. It'd just be weird. And I don't think they would do that, but
hopefully not.
I think some new screens, work on a few of the animatronics, definitely work on the ride track or vehicles or whatever that keeps breaking down. I think that would go a long way.
Me too.
And then Figment, he needs some love. The main thing I've noticed on Figment not working is in the last scene, it goes black, and then you have the TV screens, and then it goes black, and when he's in the balloon or whatever it is, there's one panel that hadn't been working in 6 months or 8 months. I did notice
a good bit of the time, and when you go to the site thing,
twice,
there's no sound.
Yeah. I will say, flipping over to Hollywood Studios, Kylo Ren did work last time at the end scene where the thing comes down and hits him or whatever. It's been in like B mode before, to where the ride vehicle's actually turned and you don't even see him and the thing's just down. But last time he did the so at least that's fixed.
That's true.
And then I don't know. I just feel like there needs to be more in the back of Epcot.
True.
Somehow or some way. There's plenty of room. Just I don't care if it's dark rides or whatever. I mean, even like the Three Caballeros is fun, is good.
We love it.
Put something like that maybe over in like the UK Pavilion or Canada. Just more, because I still feel like Epcot's two parks. You got your people that come in and just go to the back, and eat and drink and all that. And then you got your people that want to ride everything, and they primarily stay at the front. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's Remy's and all that back there, but it's just one or two rides versus the front's got most of the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird.
It's still one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do. One day I may try to brave up and ride Mission Space Orange.
You go right ahead.
I've been watching videos, but there's so many people, and even people that say they're used to roller coasters and all this stuff, that just said the G-forces and the way it moves, they get off of there and like they're sick the rest of the day. And I don't want to do that. But I would like to just see if it's that bad. But I don't know. I don't want to. Maybe on a long trip, to where if I did get to feeling weird, I could go
chill
back.
out for a little bit.
But anyway,
wonder if it would matter if you just like closed your eyes during.
No, they say that makes it worse. They say
really?
you want to like pick a spot and just look
Focus
at it.
on it. Okay.
But I mean, you got some people talking about they were pinned back, and then you got some people saying no, it ain't that bad. It just is a little G-force. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
And then other people are saying even the other side that we do ride makes them sick, but it don't. I'm fine over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Who knows?
But the summertime is upon us, and we're in South Carolina. It's very hot, starting to get very hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Florida. It was, especially the middle of the day on our last trip about a month ago, was getting pretty steamy,
warm.
and I'm sure now it's really steamy.
We're definitely gonna be taking more breaks.
Yeah, hydrate,
Mm-hmm.
take breaks, wear good breathable clothes and all that stuff. So anyway, we'll be live Thursday night as usual. I really want to start trying to stick to a time, but it's so hard
It
because
is. Life gets in the way.
basically, yeah. But I'm gonna say that we're gonna shoot for around 7:30, and then we'll just see what happens. But we'll be live Thursday night. We made some pretty cool videos that'll be coming out about like how to get through security without getting stopped if you got like cameras and phones and umbrellas and all that stuff. We also did one about the stroller we use. It'll be coming out. And if y'all got any ideas for other stuff, let us know. I'm working on basically launching a t-shirt, a Disney t-shirt type store online.
Mm-hmm.
And the story behind that is, to make it quick, I know other people sell plenty of Disney t-shirts, but a lot of them source them out. So you might order it, but then it's coming from some random vendor and it takes 3 or 4 weeks to get it, whatever. Dawn, for years now, has been locally making t-shirts for people, and she don't just have like the regular average white girl cricket stuff. She's got like half of our dining room is turned into like a production studio for mugs and t-shirts. I mean, she could put a sticker down the side of an 18-wheeler if we needed to with all the printers, and
we've got it all.
So I have slowly been trying to put all that together. I really need like a week to just do it, but I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to make this happen. I did buy some designs from some people.
You did get a shirt.
Yeah, we made this shirt. You probably can't see it, but
No.
I designed this shirt, and it's got Madame Leota on the front, and on the back it's got some of her sayings and all that. And this was sort of
it's a trial.
It's
a trial
like
shirt.
this. Even this shirt is a stretchy material, and I was thinking, and so we did our stroller video outside, and it's hot. I think it would be a good one for like summertime because the sweat's not like soaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna be launching that sooner than later, and we'll probably have like a YouTube discount for everybody that watches. I just got to figure all that out, and also got to figure out the designs that I've bought from people. I don't know. I don't want to cross the line of us getting in trouble for using like a Mickey Mouse design, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll figure all that out here in the next week or two, and but we'll be able to do like the family shirts and customize them if you want names or no names or a date or any of that stuff. We'll be able to do that. I'm just trying to, on our end, figure out what's the easiest way to do that without having to like go back and forth with people 100 times and say, hey, do you want to do this? You want to do
Mm-hmm.
that? Just like get on the website. Here's what I want. And then we can reach out with any questions. And so that'll be coming up at some point. I'm just kind of, as I got time, tinkering with it, and then we can roll with that, and then have some like discount codes for y'all. So that'll be neat. And then Thursday night we'll be live. So let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about. if you can remember, get on there with us Thursday night. It's always a lot easier on Thursday night when we got people to chat with on the live feed. So we appreciate y'all watching, and we will see y'all
Thursday
night. See you.
Bye.